And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche La NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. So a moment now to see the story for Luka Doncic.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
And now the New York Knicks starters. Anunoby out there with Josh Hart. And there's Money. Then it's Bridges. And it's Towns in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Lakers, we've got Luka Doncic. James is out there with Jackson Hayes. Then it's Rui Hachimura. And it's Reeves in a 2-guard. Well, a swing through Los Angeles facing both these franchises. Greg, what's that like?
Well, you've got your work cut out for you on the court. And you've got to make sure that off the court, you're making time for rest and recovery.
It'll be the Knicks off the tip. Here's Money. Turned in an outstanding game against Golden State. This one for 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
Now here is Hachimura. Reeves left side. Out to Doncic. Clock is at 3. And James throws it down hard.
Okay, wow, man, LeBron James getting acrobatic, putting on a show. I see you, big fella.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. And so it's Hachimura who brings up the ball for the Lakers. Rebounded by Hart.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Pass to Towns. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Now, here's Hart. A 3-ball. It's rebounded by Hayes. And here are the Lakers. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Briefly spoke with J.J. Redick, and they're focused on limiting one of the best shooting bigs ever in Karl-Anthony Towns. Now, Coach said earlier, Towns is a machine on the offensive end. Will try to make Cat into a passer and get the ball out of his hands. We'll see if they can accomplish that. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And so it's the Lakers with it, following the 3 from Money. Pass to Hayes. Inside, here's Doncic. And he drops it in from the low post.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Here's Money. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And it's 8 points for Money. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Drills the 3-pointer.
He's got a good handle, excellent body control. Doncic is a threat to pull up from anywhere.
And again, New York with the triple.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain the triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now, here's Doncic. We saw him with 39 points last game out. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Money passes to Hart. To the middle. And the basket by Money. Money's got 13.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Outside, James. To the inside. Here's Doncic. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Once Doncic gets inside with the ball, he's halfway there. Then he just uses his strength to finish the job.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
That free throw good for money. Connect, he's checked in for the Lakers. Shake Milton comes in for Austin Reeves. Then for the Knicks, Achua, he's checked in for Towns. And it's Jalen Brunson in for OG Anunoby. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. And Richard, you've watched LeBron James over the years. His approach never wavers. It never changes.
He is all business all the time, on the court, off the court. The consistency of his focus and mental toughness is unbelievable.
And the basket by Money.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Stolen by Brunson. One-on-one here. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points with the lead. Just enough to keep him on a rhythm.
That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
Now, here's Bridges. Money. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Lakers. 9-point game. Here's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Hart the pass to Money. Lets the 3 fly. It doesn't go for him. And so it's the New York Knicks in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We've got more in store for you right after this. Buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And I really liked how they moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. Towns is out there with Precious Achua. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Money in at the 2. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. David.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Warriors was a man on a mission. He finished with 57 points, and as his team has come to expect, he was a major factor from deep. He really worked hard in that game and put up some big numbers as a result. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
It's good from long range. Money's got the lead up to 12 now for New York.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Len. Still scoreless. Here's Reeves driving to the basket.
This is why you got to clog up these lanes, because Reeves will rip right through them.
And something you see with the Lakers, they really trust their role players, don't they, Richard?
Yeah, LeBron does a great job of empowering his group. That's why he's top 5 in the league all time in assists. If you earn his trust, he will give you a ton of space to work. The Lakers know that they can only go as far as their great group of role players.
The Knicks leading by 13. Pass to Anunoby. Here's Money. No good from outside. The Lakers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Here's Kleber. Misses in close. Here's Money. Drills it from outside. Money's got 12 now in this quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Some changes for the Lakers. James checked in for Maxi Kleber. Hachimura comes in for Austin Reeves. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Shake Milton. And the Knicks making a change here as well. McBride's checked in. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Doncic. Doncic explodes off the drive. What a slam!
And great court awareness there helps Luka find an opening, and he just explodes on the drive.
Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the scheme with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Now here is Hachimura. He has yet to score. Doncic, no good.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luka Doncic makes amazing shots in the game, you should see his trick shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luka says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes I just try some new stuff. And of course, Kevin, he always feels like they're going in.
Thank you, D.A. He is a magician with the ball. A very creative mind, and it's fun to watch. Doncic, no good.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
It's stolen by Hachimura. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. Lakers shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
And the Lakers with some changes. Hayes, he's checked in for Len. And it's Austin Reeves in for Hachimura. Hart, he's checked in for the Knicks. Bridges comes in for OG Anunoby. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. Connects from three-point range. Money's got 40 points.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
And stolen by James. Intercepted. Takes the three. And again, New York with the triple.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, and that's made a huge difference. They're making the most of the chances on the break. Transition buckets decide more games than people think.
And so it's the New York Knicks finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the action shortly, but first, a glance at how the Eastern Conference standings are stacking up as the season winds down.
Checking out New York. They've been phenomenal. All the lofty predictions, the expectations, they've all come true. Now comes the hardest part, the postseason. Every team is going to be gunning for them.
Changing focus now to the tough first half for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Well, the energy they're putting out is not going toward their defense. Problem is their offense can't keep up with those guys. So the D has to pick up the slack or this thing is over.
Man, you know they're getting an earful right now in that locker room. We'll see who's listening.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Money.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
And here is Los Angeles now. Doncic out there with Austin Reeves. Then it's Jackson Hayes. Then it's LeBron James. And it's Hachimura in at small forward. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Hayes the pass to Reeves. Hayes with the screen for Reeves. The tray. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. I know Reeves has been accused of hunting fouls before, Richard. Do you see that?
Oh, I don't know if it's all on Reeves. It's just the way the game is played. Great players learn how to put you in position to foul them. The goal of the game is to score, and if that's hunting fouls, then hunt away.
Pass to Hachimura. Back to Doncic. The Knicks pull it in.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it. He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Doncic. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
And when Luka sees the mid-range open up, he takes the shot, keeping things simple.
Pass to Money. From 17 feet out, Reeves with the rebound.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Here's Hachimura. Misses the 3.
Rough start to the second half for them, only getting one of the past 4 shots to fall.
And the basket by Money.
Ooh, he's been the guy tonight. Really impressive performance.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Rebounded by Hart. Hart's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Hachimura the pass to Reeves. Bridges with some nice defense. Here's Money. And another one falls.
My goodness. 50 for the 8.
Yep, he is. Putting on a show. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Knicks with the rebound. Hart's got 5 rebounds tonight. Money, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Hayes. Tries a three. Hits it from three-point range. Hayes has got 5 now. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Money passes to Anunoby. Here's Money. Anunoby with the screen for Hart. Doncic with the steal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And the dunk by Hachimura.
And that play showcasing Hachimura's hops. He just pops up and slams that one home.
Here's Money. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Money's got 53.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Connect, he's checked in for Los Angeles. The Knicks also changing it up. Achua, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Dennis Schroeder comes in for OG Anunoby. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Money. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Reeves, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Undrafted out of college, Austin Reeves has beat the odds and become an outstanding player.
The Lakers have shot just 1 free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game.
Reeves, 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Miles McBride's checked in for the Knicks. That one misses.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Hart goes back up. And the layup is good. Hart's got his first bucket of the night.
How about the level of activity this dude just brings to the glass? Just refusing to give up on plays, and his teammates, trust me, they appreciate the effort.
Reeves gets the bucket.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Pass to Achua. Puts up a 3. Rebound the Lakers. Reeves with it. Brunson picks him up. Doncic with it. And they double up Doncic. It's hauled in by Achua. Achua's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
Brunson outside. Just 5 on the clock. And he lays it straight in.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him. And when he's got that much room, forget about it.
And so it's the New York Knicks in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. Their defensive mindset clearly focused on clamping down on LeBron James, and their game plan is working. We'll get right back to the action when we return. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
We talk a lot about playing for one another. Right there with the pass, he's demonstrated what it means to do exactly this.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth, they've got Achua. He's out there with Miles McBride. And it's Accordi in at the center, filling out the middle. Now here's Milton. Payne covering. A shot by Milton, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
It's stolen by Milton. Hachimura with it. Outside, James. Fires for three. Hukporti grabs the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's McBride. That one drops for him.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And here's Los Angeles. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Hachimura setting the pick for LeBron. Offline with his three.
If they want to come back, he needs to be better.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Pass to Payne. Shot clock at 6. Down low. Here's Achua. That shot missing. LeBron with some nice D. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. And here is Milton. And the NBA last season, Richard, really emphasizing it's an 82-game league. And I know you love that.
Oh, that is my favorite thing. I was taught by the legends of the game that you go out there and play every single night that you can. At some point in time, the sports and science team realized that it is very difficult to be a professional. But I stand by. 82 games is an achievement that very few can achieve now.
Hachimura finds James. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Pass to Achua. Good D by James. Lakers have gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the fourth quarter underway. On the wing, Milton. To end the drought. And he lays it up and in.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Pass to Hukporti. There's a minute 34 left to play in the final quarter. Kolek, no good. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for New York.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And when you look at the season for these guys, they have amassed a lot of wins, 57, and adding in tonight, it'll make it 58.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for money.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
LeBron outside. Up and in on the way.
Vintage LeBron there, owning the lane. I mean, who's going to stop that?
30 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Kolek. Pass to McBride. Now Achua. Here's Hukporti. Wants to get it to McBride and does. Now here's Achua. So no problem for New York as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony and our reporter David Aldridge and the entire 2K Sports crew, This is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you later.
Keep it up, MP. Keep chopping wood.